Tom Cruise is one of the most famous Hollywood actors of all time. Of course, Tom Cruise also seems to have impeccable taste when it comes to the vehicles he rolls in, so here go 15 of the coolest cars and motorcycles from Tom Cruise's worthy garage. Watch on to see which car in his collection catches your eye. Stay tuned because this collection has some very iconic cars that you wouldn't want to miss. Bugatti Veyron Mission Impossible 3 Premiere. The Bugatti Veyron is as cool, fast, lavish, and expensive as they come. It's no surprise that Tom would cruise in one, considering it can reach a mind-boggling speed of 254 miles per hour. He first appeared in this black Veyron at the premiere of Mission Impossible 3, and since then has often been spotted multiple times in his favorite ride. Driving a Bugatti Veyron is like carrying a 14.6-foot-long open wallet that's spewing out $50 bills. Drivers rush up from behind, tailgating before swerving to either the Veyron's rear three-quarter blind spots, where they hang ape-like out of windows to snap photos with their cell phones. They won't leave either, because they know the Bugatti, averaging a sad 11 miles per gallon, can't go far without refueling, and that its driver will soon need to take a minute to compose himself. And when you open the Veyron's door to exit, about 5 to 15 people will be wielding cameras and asking questions at your face. Buick Roadmaster from Rain Man. Together with Dustin Hoffman, Cruise starred in the Oscar-winning Rain Man, and in it, he's seen driving a classic Buick Roadmaster from 1949, a General Motors product that introduced pillarless, hardtop cars for the first its time. Cruise fell for the car and ended up buying it himself, using for long drives on empty roads to remain anonymous. Ford Mustang Saleen S28 from Mission Impossible 3. Much like Steve McQueen, who tended to buy every car that struck his fancy, especially if he drove one during filming, Cruise too ended up owning a Ford Mustang Saleen S281, one of the 100 limited editions built. Not only did he drive one in the movie, but producer John Ficarra also got one especially shipped for Cruise. Part of what makes Ford Mustang GT a winner is its price. At $25,570 and with 300 horsepower under the hood, it's hard to find anything comparable. Certainly, Saleen's new supercharged S281 version of the Mustang at $48,624 in its cheapest form is not directly comparable. But the differences are less profound in the quarter-mile sprint, where the Saleen reaches the lights just 0.6 seconds ahead of the GT, although it's already traveling 7 miles per hour faster. The Jack Reacher Chevrolet Chev LSS. This is a car Cruise owned before he became a big star and could afford bigger, better, and far more expensive rides. But Cruise remembered this car enough to drive one in his Jack Reacher movies. And while it may not be a Bugatti, it still managed a cool 370 horsepower from a 6.8-liter V8 engine back in the late 60s. Porsche 911, the perfect celebrity ride. The Porsche 911 is a favorite celebrity car, enough for many celebrities, big and small, to own it. So Tom Cruise owns one too, and it's a good choice with its exotic design as well as a powerful rear-mounted engine coupled with a lightweight body, enough to give the Porsche 911 some serious speed. From its rear-mounted flat-six engine to its otherworldly handling, the Porsche 911 has preserved the essential elements that made it an icon. Its familiar ovular headlights, Coke bottle shape, and sloping rump make it virtually impossible to mistake a 911 for any other car. Climb into its perfectly positioned driver's seat, fire up its powerful and unique sounding engine, and engage either of its terrific transmissions. Porsche's legendary 2+2-seater will then proceed to overload you with feedback from its telepathic steering and its peerless performance attributes. It's offered as a coupe or convertible and with rear or all-wheel drive. Chevrolet Corvette C1, classy and classic. Forget about the new Corvettes for just a bit. Tom Cruise's preferred Corvette is a 1958 C1 and it's classic as can be, considering this was the very first generation of the Vet. Cruise has been often spotted in it, especially when he was still married to Katie Holmes, though once he was seen having trouble starting the car. Old as gold, but it still needs a ton of maintenance. The Chevrolet C1 is the first generation of the Corvette sports car produced by Chevrolet. It was introduced late in the 1953 model year and produced throughout 1962. It is commonly referred to as the solid axle generation, as the independent rear suspension did not appear until the 1963 Stingray. The Corvette was rushed into production for its debut model year to capitalize on the enthusiastic public reaction to the concept vehicle, but expectations for the new model were largely unfulfilled. Reviews were mixed and sales fell far short of expectations through the car's early years. The program was nearly cancelled, but Chevrolet would ultimately stay the course. Mercedes-Benz S-Class, pricey luxury. Every celebrity who's a somebody usually owns a Mercedes-Benz. Cruz is no different because one of his everyday rides is the Mercedes-Benz S-Class with the best of technology spurring it and most comfortable of luxury in it. Of course, a car like this also affords celebrities to be anonymous. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class has long been a shining example of what luxury should be, largely due to its sumptuous looks and impressive performance. Whether you choose a spacious sedan, dignified coupe, or lavish convertible, these top-shelf Benzes are chock full with the latest technology and the finest of materials. The S-Class has it all, an interior that could please a sultan, performance to please a hot shoe, and a road presence that is unmistakably majestic. It may be expensive, but if you're shopping in this segment, you'll be happy to know that you're getting every last bit of your money's worth. BMW 7 Series in partnership with MI. The Mission Impossible franchise entered into a partnership with the BMW 7 Series and so in the movie and during the promotions, Cruz is often seen driving one. BMW gifted him a top-of-the-line model as well, and Cruz has been seen in it not just during MI film promotions, but generally as well, for when he may want more comfort and less breakneck speed. Ford Excursion, big, bold, and black. The Ford Excursion is just about as big as you can get in an SUV, and it's anonymous enough to easily hide a celebrity from paparazzi and overexcited fans. Cruz owns multiple Ford Excursions, and he even used 3 of them to divert the attention of the media when he and Holmes had Suri and needed to bring the baby back home from the hospital. MercedesCLK. Tom Cruise loves a good top-down drive, and so it makes sense for him to own a Mercedes CLW W209. With a 5.5-liter V8 engine made into a 5-speed automatic transmission, this may not be the fastest sports car, but has an indubitable style and driving comfort. He has not been seen in this car since his divorce with Holmes. The package is undoubtedly better. Front seat occupants sit taller relative to the high cowl dash. This is still a C-Class sedan underneath, and there's ample room for modern humankind in the back. To maintain the old car's value, Tom Cruise spends a lot on maintenance every year. The new shape loses some sportiness but gains elegance, especially with the windows rolled down. Like its CL-Class sibling, the CLK is very expensive. The uber expensive Virus. The Virus 987 C34B is as pricey as they come in the motorcycle world, easily crossing the $100,000 mark. Cruz is said to got his birthday gift on his 51st birthday, and this 1.2-liter Italian chopper can cross the 200 mph mark with ease. And we all know how much Tom Cruise loves speed. BMW S1000RR, which is featured in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The 2015 release Mission Impossible Rogue Nation was the 5th film of the franchise, and in it, Cruz is seen riding the cool and fast BMW S1000RR. As usual, Cruz fell in love with the motorcycle during filming and soon got one for himself too, even the speed is about 188 mph. Confederate Hellcat, another Mission Impossible Connect. The Confederate Hellcat is a cool classic American motorcycle perfect for those who have had ODs on the Harley Davidson. With a unique design that uses aluminum billet, the Hellcat is a favorite motorcycle of Cruz and he rode on it for one of the many premieres of Mission Impossible 3. Ducati Desmondisi RR. From Night and Day back in 2008, Tom Cruise started Night and Day with Cameron Diaz, and while the movie did great, it did better when Diaz was spotting Pillion riding with Cruz on his Ducati Desmondisi RR. It is said that Cruz even gave her motorcycle riding lessons on his limited edition Ducati that existed as only 1,500 units. Ducati 999R. Another birthday gift, the Ducati 999R is more of a racing motorcycle than a street one, and Cruz celebrated his 46th birthday with it. While that was more than 14 years ago, he's been spotted riding it off and on since then, once almost knocking it into a tree. A powerful motorcycle back then, it still holds its own now, much like Cruz himself. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more videos of cars and celebrities and much more. Check out the Cars and Celebrities playlist and the video link down in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.